Good evening, everybody. YouTube is still having issues. Oh, that's weird having to deal with that. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. Monday morning in Ukraine. Odessa, Mykolaiv just coming off air alert, as well as Sumy, Kharkiv, and Donetsk, and parts of Dnipro still under air alert. Yeah, it's constant attacks every morning. 5:01 a.m. in Ukraine at the moment. Let's hop right into the operational information as of 8 a.m. June 29th regarding the Russian invasion. As always, the report starts with glory to Ukraine. The 1,222nd day of the Russian Federation's large-scale armed aggression against Ukraine has begun. Ukrainian defenders are steadfastly holding back the onslaught of the occupiers, inflicting significant losses on the enemy. In total, 170 clashes were recorded over the last day. Yesterday, the enemy carried out 65 airstrikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements, dropping 113 guided aerial bombs. In addition, it carried out 5,826 artillery attacks. 96 were from multiple launch rocket systems. Russia also used 3,004 kamikaze drones to strike at Ukraine. Airstrikes were carried out near or in the settlements of Oh, that is a tough one. Vilguvatka. Vatka? Oh, that's a rough one. Pidliman in Kharkiv, Pokrovsk in Donetsk, Berezova in Dnipro, Zaleznichny, Belagria, Orhiv, Kamyansky in Zaporizhia. Yeah, it is easy to forget to change to live chat when YouTube doesn't, make that a common thing. Over the past day, aviation, missile troops, and artillery of the defense forces struck the area of concentration of personnel, weapons, and military equipment. So I'm guessing a single one. A UAV control point, and 7 enemy artillery pieces. Nura, Mexigirl, Not Sherlock Holmes, Mitch, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Switching over to the deep state map and going into the individual directions. In the north, Slobodansk and Kursk directions. Over the past day, 22 combat clashes took place. The enemy launched 13 additional airstrikes, dropping 30 more guided bombs, and carried out 373 artillery strikes. 16 of those were from MLRSs. Big news over the last week has been Ukraine has been able to push back the invasion into Sumy in several locations. In area. Anyways, heading down to Kharkiv and the south Slobodansk direction. The enemy stormed positions of our units 12 times in the areas of Voschansk, Hybloki, coming over to the Oskil River, Stroivka. Russia has not been able to gain a solid foothold in this little pocket, but they are trying. And towards Krutivka. Krutivka, right here. Heading to the south to the Kupiansk area. 9 attacks by the invaders took place in Kupiansk yesterday. Our defenders repelled the enemy assault actions in the areas of Gubulivka, Stepova Novosilka, and near, I have to zoom in for this one too, Zeleny Gay. Zooming out a little bit and heading further to the south to the Liman area. The enemy attacked 19 times in the Liman direction, trying to wedge into our defenses in the areas of Nadia, this small settlement here, Novoyehorovka, coming down to this area, Rikobub, Zeleny Dolna, Yampolivka, Grivkivka, Torsky, to zoom in, Torsky, there we go, and towards Sichirbryanka and Girogorivka. A hop, skip, and a jump south to Servisk. Our soldiers stopped 11 enemy attacks near Girogorivka, Vrkno-Kamiansky, and towards Vimivka. Heading a little bit to the west to Kramatorsk direction and this area of the front line. The invaders attacked 4 times in the areas of Chasiv Yar and zooming in. Come on, zoom in. It's right here, but it's not zooming in. Bilohora is the settlement right here. But I don't know why Deep State's been having such problems with their map. This little square just does not. There we go. It's like trying to take pictures of lightning. Right when you're saying you can't do it, it happens. Heading further to the south from Bilohora to the Torets direction, where the enemy carried out 9 attacks in the areas of Krudomivka, Toretsk itself, Leonidivka, and towards Yablunivka. And still, after 2 years of fighting, we head to the Prokros direction. That is still the hottest area of the front line. Our defenders stopped 56 assault actions of the aggressor in the areas of the settlements of Popiv Yar. Oops, I have to zoom in. Popiv Yar. Mirny is this small settlement here. Mirolubivka, Malanivka, Koptevo, I've looked for this before, and I have I remember it's Captivi. Um, it's just a little bit different spelling, so it was harder to find. Promin. Again, a zooming problem with the map. Lisivka. Coming over to Udachny. Kolten Yarka. Gorgovo. And Oleksivka. In the Novopavlivka direction, in this area of the front, the enemy carried out 20 attacks in the areas of the settlements of Yalta, up here, Zaporizhia, Dnipro Energia, Vasile, Novosilka, and Shurchenko. Moving over from Novopavlivka to Guliopol, Ukrainian soldiers repelled 2 enemy attacks by Russia near Malinivka. Heading further over to the west to Orhiv, the occupation troops once tried to storm the positions of the defense forces near the settlement of Kamiansky. Kamiansky has basically been the front line pretty much since the initial days of the invasion. So, like, zero movement by Russia in that area. And last but not least, Dniprovsky, right here, and Kherson area. The invaders did not conduct any offensive actions. As pretty much standard for now, Volyn, Polizia directions, no signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups have been detected. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Goes into the losses for today. We'll cover that with the graphic here shortly. And we end the report with join the defense forces. Razom Peremozhemo. Slava Ukraina. Get caught up with chat here really quick. M35, good to see ya. Sherlock Holmes already said hi, but that's okay. Sherlock Holmes, don't worry about the no shows. I've been not streaming because, well, I've been freaking working my butt off. Trying to get the work done on the house. Pyro Kurt. Andrew Petrie, hey there. Where's your wrench? Where's your contact on Discord? I've been asking you for months now to contact me on Discord, and you haven't. I need to be able to talk to my mods and not on stream. With that, let's keep going on with the total combat losses of the enemy as of June 29th, 1,222nd day of the full-scale invasion. Yesterday, Russia lost an additional 1,220 personnel, almost matching the day, for a total of 1,018,940 personnel. 6 additional tanks, 7 armored personnel vehicles, 24 artillery systems, 147 UAVs, and 93 vehicles. That is the Russian losses for today. And as it is Sunday, the office of the President of Ukraine, Zelensky's office, puts out a video every Sunday showing what has been happening in Ukraine throughout the week. Here is that video. And again, yes, Ukraine needs strong air defenses and support from its partners. You notice most of those videos are private houses, apartment buildings, a school, and an ambulance. That is Russia's targets. They're not going after military, they're just causing terror. Because, say it in chat, everybody, Russia is heading to Zelensky's address to the people today, and unfortunately, it is concerning some sad news. Let me get this set up really quick, get the volume down. I'm going to take it down just a notch. And dear Ukrainians, I have just signed a decree awarding the title of Hero of Ukraine to Maxim Usmensko, a Ukrainian pilot and one of our very best. Sadly, the award is posthumous. Today, he was killed while defending our skies, defending our people from yet another massive Russian attack. More than 500 strike drones and missiles were launched just last night alone, most of which were shot down. Maxim had been fighting since the ATO period. He mastered 4 types of aircraft, and his record includes truly significant achievements for Ukraine. Losing people like him is deeply painful. My condolences to his family, loved ones, friends, and brothers in arms. May his memory be eternal. Today, I also signed a decree enacting the decision of Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council regarding the Ottawa Convention banning anti-personnel mines. Russia has never been a party to this convention and uses anti-personnel mines with extreme cynicism. And not just now, it is in its war against Ukraine, but has been a long trademark of Russian killers to destroy life by every means available. They use chemical, ballistic weapons, medium-range missiles, and various types of mines, including anti-personnel ones. Unfortunately, that is the reality. Of course, we see how our neighbors in Europe are reacting to this threat. We are also aware of the complexities involved in withdrawing from such a convention, especially during wartime. But we are taking this political step and sending a signal by it to all of our partners. This is where attention must be focused. This concerns all countries along Russia's border. It is anti-personnel mines that very often have no alternative as a tool for defense. And one more thing, our institutions have begun implementing the decision of National Security and Defense Council on synchronizing European and Ukrainian sanctions. The 14th and 13th EU sanction packages are now fully synchronized, and we are also 100% on Ukrainian sanctions. I have formalized this today. We are also fully aligning the European sanctions package targeting the regime in Iran, which includes numerous entities and numerous companies, not only involved in military production and external terror schemes against neighboring countries in the region, but also internal repression within Iran itself. It is one of the most brutal regimes in the world. No surprise that Putin found common ground with it. We will continue all these synchronization efforts, and I expect every one of our state institutions to act quickly. Sanctions must now be one of the top priorities. Global sanctions against Russia, they are a real tool for limiting Russia's strategic development capabilities and potential. And they must, day by day, increasingly and painfully restrict Russia's ability to continue this war. The war against our independence. Next week, we are preparing new joint decisions with our partners on our defense and our resilience. I thank everyone who is helping us. I thank everyone who cares for Ukraine as they would for themselves. Glory to Ukraine, and of course, Heroям Slava. So, let me see if I could do a poll. Do you like it better hearing Zelensky or when I read subtitles? I wish I'd typed faster so I could put that poll out. And see, no, Trump fucked us. We didn't fuck ourselves. Trump fucked us. We can't wait to hear back on that poll. And let's get back on the air alert map, see what's going on. Nothing has changed so far. So let's jump right over to the videos. and give you a preview of some of the stuff we're going to be covering as we scroll, well, not very far, unfortunately. The drones from yesterday morning in Ukraine. Unfortunately, the translations are not available for Telegram right now, so I do the best I can. 477 Shaheeds and other drones launched. 436 were shot down. 4 Kinzhal missiles launched, 0 shot down. 7 Iskanders were launched, 1 was shot down. 41 of the X-101 Iskander Ks were launched, 33 shot down. 5 Caliber missiles were launched, 4 shot down. And 3 S-300 missiles were launched, none were shot down. Mexico and Canada deal with UK. Yeah, Trump keeps up with his trade deals, and it's going to be the world versus America, financially anyways. I have not been able to watch that yet. I need to get that done before the interview with him. So I know what is being talked about. Soldiers of the 412th Separate Battalion Nemesis targeting bridges and crossings over the Zerbets River in Luhansk region. Here is a short video from Nemesis. Oh, let me get the... Yeah, it's not showing me any problems on my end, Nura. Let me know if it keeps going on. No, that was... I'll go back to it in a second. This is what was launched at Ukraine last night. The first number here is what they shot down, and the second number is what was fired at Ukraine. So again, 477 drones, 436 shot down. 4 Kinzhals launched, 0 shot down. Iskander M's, 7 launched, 1 shot down. Unfortunately, that's what it is. There was 20,000 air defense missiles diverted from Ukraine for the Middle East so they could attack Iran. I mean, distraction not only in media, but for military equipment as well. Pilot of the 11th Separate Army Aviation Brigade shoots down an air target. So this is what Ukraine has had to start doing instead of using Patriots or other air defense systems to fly out there and actually shoot them down. Oh, there it is right there. Oh yeah, I lost it in the ground. Yeah, you're doing better than me, Andrew. I'm smoking about almost up to a pack a day again. Sadly. Destruction of Russian column using cluster munitions and Russian infantry using drones by TIVAZ artillery group. Oh. You really can't see anything on the live. It's just the explosion and the smoke afterwards, but you can actually see the impacts on the thermal. That was the video from, I wish I could, Tavaz Artillery Group. That was the first time I've seen a video from them. Another angle of an Army Mi-8 successfully shooting down a Shaheed. Oh, and there's the hit. And there's the crash. Oh, don't see any explosion, but one less Shaheed to worry about. Yeah, probably a lot cheaper down there. Yeah, I may have watched their videos a while ago, but out of sight, out of mind, unfortunately. A Russian Frankentank caught by drones of the Sova unit of the 81st Air Mobile Brigade. You can't go to Ukraine because their smokes taste like butter? Uh, Please tell me there's a typo in there. Um, well, I'm not talking about that. Let me talk about something else. The link pinned in Discord. As many of you know, um, I am collecting a couple medical supplies for my trip to Ukraine. We'll deliver them to a group that are making IFAKs for the soldiers. And, these are the four things that I found that were cheaper here in the States than versus in Ukraine. A lot of the other stuff is cheaper in Ukraine, so we're collecting for Cat 7 tourniquets, North American from North American Rescue. The set of chest seals, also from North American Rescue. Everlit compression bandages, and bleed stop first aid powder for blood clotting. You know, any one of these could easily save a life and is much needed. And is about 15 to 20% cheaper right now buying it here than in Ukraine. I keep looking at some of the other supplies, and still it is cheaper in Ukraine for most of the other stuff. Supplies. My mic cutting out that bad from YouTube? Yeah, so I mean everything's looking good. YouTube is saying excellent connection, no issues. So I don't know if it's YouTube or maybe my internet, but yeah. Oh, you can always save more, Andrew. Um, Unfortunately, that's the mindset I have is, doing work myself to save money so I could donate to trucks, so I could buy extra stuff. Um, Unfortunately, we know a lot of times when we do donate stuff like this, we do not get to see the results of it. Um, just the reality of the situation, unfortunately. Let me get back over to the air raid map. Kharkiv is off air alert. Just Donetsk and the eastern half of Dnipro under air alert now. It has to be YouTube if it's being fined for like Mexigirl and others and cutting out for others. It has to be YouTube. Uh, the state of primitive humans is on the verge of being monsters, generally speaking. Uh, and see, I get you there. They exist. The state of primitive human beings is on the verge of being monsters. Um, Kids stomp on ants, get the magnifying glass out and burn them, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, it has to be something on YouTube's end. Um, Anyways, it's the same mental process as being a devout orc. Um, the thing is, kids learn to respect life in normal cultures. Um, Life is considered, that's not taught in Russia. You're taught to sacrifice everything for the good of the country, the good of the government. Um, you go from every life is sacred to every life for the government. I wouldn't say consequences, but it's just more of a societal thing. Like, you want to be part of society, you have to adjust, you know, be accepted by society. If you're sitting there burning people's arms or running around giving somebody the twister on the arm, not a lot of people are going to like you. So it's just social society. Yeah, rewards also shape behavior, and you know they're offering, like, that's the thing, is in Russia the rewards are for being a monster. Um, you get a government contract to supply, like the one story about the rations. You get the contract to supply rations to the army, and for years they sent like outdated, poorly packaged crap, and they just kept getting the contracts and getting more and more profit. And when it actually comes time to, they actually need the rations on front lines, you can't complain because you're supposed to sacrifice yourself for the Russia, except the, they're poor quality. It's a weird, it's nonsensical for the rest of the world to allow stuff like that to happen, and in Russia that's the norm. Yeah, I could see that, Adam. It's more. I think it's more that humans are, in general, I should say, but well, I shouldn't even say in general, but naturally selfish. Look out for me. I got to stay alive. Um, it's that survival instinct that's kept us as alive as long as it has, with saber-toothed tigers, woolly mammoths, and all that other crap back in the day. Um, Survival instinct leads to the continuation of the species. And with the technological developments we've had in the last 150 years, it's made that survival instinct kind of pointless. But we still have it. But that's getting way, way off topic. Let me get back to the few videos we have of the, I forgot if I played this one, the Frankentank. Oh yeah, from the 83rd, but I'll play it again. So it's a mine catcher on the front. I think the turrets, no, the turret's still there. I'm trying to figure out what part of the Frankentank they mean. Do they mean the spiked edge? It's definitely something out of Mad Max. That is weird, but not as weird as this. This is what a Russian armored train looks like, performing logistics tasks for the Russian armed forces. So, like a gun platform with what looks like a, what are they called? A gallows? Another gun position. I think that's the engine right here in the middle. Cargo container. Yeah, I'm not sure what else is on there, but this is what Russia uses to transport their military supplies. This is what's riding on the rails in Ukraine to supply the Russian troops on the front line. With an anti-aircraft gun to shoot at drones and anything else that pops up. Couple videos from this morning. This is Lviv tonight. So I haven't been able to find much on what was hit in Lviv yet. I've been looking, but haven't been able to find anything yet. And then this is Crimea this morning.
Ты хочешь сказать, сбил его? Да, он упал.
Где он упал?
Он упал.
Пизда, слышь, ебать.
Вы сняли?
Да.
Ебать,
Ебать воняет, слышь.
Сейчас тут все проверить на все.
And the last video I have set up for now is a compilation drone drop video from 3rd Assault. That is all. No, K-Bell's north of Lviv. If she's staying at her place, so I'm fairly certain she is safe, but maybe internet is out because it's probably routed through Lviv. See, something popped up from asking for drones. Good night from Dennis. And a quick hop, skip, and a jump over to Volna, Ukraine. And see what the boys are up to. So that's the anti-tank thing on the front of the tanks doing its job. That's a little scary.
Que si estoy sufriendo por amor, que si tengo roto el corazón. Me preguntan mis amigos, yo les digo que no es eso. Solo tuve un mal día hoy, que por qué no paro de tomar y que ya no salgo de este bar. No se afane, compañero, ya estoy bien. Yo hace rato la olvidé. ¿Por qué quiero mentirte? Si es que me siento triste. No paro de tomar, no he vuelto a ser el mismo desde que te fuiste. ¿Por qué voy a mentirme si yo no te he olvidado? Yo trato de olvidarte y busco la manera y no lo consigo.
¿Se habla español? Maybe my Australian friends can answer this, but I've been told there's an ant in Australia. If you bite the end of it, it tastes like a sour apple. No.
В поле прилетів. Сука. Так, 25 червня, і це другий день народження, а перший буде 3 липня якраз. Весь чумазий, кап впав буквально десь 100 метрів від нас. Як тобі другий день народження?
По-третє, в мене
Третій день народження.
12 лютого було.
Просто бомжі. Просто зброд бомжів.
So, okay, that last video has me thinking a bit. I can only imagine how many different languages Ukrainians need to know in the army now. You know, of course, Ukrainian, Russian, Spanish, English. What other ones, I wonder? You know, French. I'm sure there's some French people over. Just curiosity.
Giving up keys, we giving up, please. Sip my drink, boy, I got your bitch all in knees. They know I'm a big bounce, got a big bounce in this bitch. They know I'm a big talker, have my big body and they see.
Chechen, okay.
R.I.P. Bitch, they die. Turn the light on my side. Bitch, how the lights off for you inside. Be taking me choice.
That's the name of them? Honeypot ants? That's weird. Don't have a palate for ants. Looks like a couple for the prisoner exchange fund were.
Позывные. Берия. Иосиф Сталин Берия.
Имя Лаврентий, просто с детства все Берия называют.
Откуда родом?
Томская область.
Дети, жена.
Так точно.
Сколько детей?
Двое, 10 лет.
Oh yeah, then there's Magyar with Hungarian.
Я не знаю, как приходило, мне меньше месяца еще будет.
Ты меньше месяца? А сколько лет?
35.
Ну что, стоило того, пацаны, чи не?
Я же объясняю, ехал вообще на восстановление Донбасса. Меня куратор уверял, что я приеду либо на освобожденную территорию рота охраны, либо на восстановление Донбасса, на стройку, блядь. А что, все равно куда-то попаду на передовую, вообще не ожидал.
Понятно.
Well, a couple refilling the exchange fund there. These two are were recruited into the Russian army from Africa.
На Сіверському напрямку було взято 2 полонених з країни
Cameroon.
Мене звати Метугіна Унана Жан Пафе. Мене звати Анатоль Франк. Я військовополонений, родом з Камеруну. Я приїхав в Москву в березні. Я викладач у Камеруні. Я мав працювати на фабриці шампунів. Я приїхав лікувати зуби. У мене забрали документи і речі. Я поставив підпис за 1 100 000 рублів. Пролунав сильний вибух. Я побачив кров знизу. Повзли на колінах у підвал. 2 українців, що вели мене, отримали поранення.
Hmm.
If a song starts off with do-do-do,
Shot, motherfucker.
You know, it's kind of interesting that Ukraine, in the 3rd year of the full-scale invasion, going into the 4th, Ukraine's finally getting a navy after the Russian Navy's already been kicked out of the Black Sea for the most part. This guy's always interesting.
Всім привіт. Дякувати Богу, наступило 29 червня. Дякувати хлопцям на передніх рубежах желізними яєдлами. Робота наша продовжується. Зона нашої відповідальності тримається. І вновь рубрика «Смаколики для 3-кольорової чепухи». Загрузилися ми даними смаколиками. І буквально за годинку-дві вони вже будуть на місці. І наші хлопці з железними яєдлами знов підкинуть грусті цієї 3-кольорової мразі. Віримо в ЗСУ. Гарного дня і тихого вечора.
No. It takes a certain kind of person to be able to deliver ammunition like that to the front line. I'm not sure I would have the guts to ride around with that much explosives in the back of my vehicle.
Всім привіт. Дякую.
It's a type of anti-tank gun. It looks like a giant freaking blow dart, and you throw those in the back. It's on a tripod. You shoot it, open it up, push another one in, close it. Yeah, it's like a giant bazooka. I don't remember the name for it offhand. I wish I did. Remember, cool guys don't look back. He's got a future in Marvel movies. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, this is the helicopter shooting down the drone. That's it from Volna, Ukraine. Dennis saying good night. And looks like I have to say good night too. That's all the videos I have for you. Oh, they're called man pads? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a copyright strike coming from that little clip too. with that, before we go, let's check out the poll. 71% prefer me reading the subtitles. 29% say Zelensky, so I'll keep doing the subtitles. Thank you all for coming. I do appreciate you guys being here. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed the stream. Share it if you want more people to see what's going on in Ukraine every day. And keep supporting Ukraine. Have a good night and stay safe, everybody.